be showing you how to do this Chinese bakery style mango cake. Since cakes at Chinese bakeries are mostly sponge cake based, we're going to start by separating 5 large eggs so we can whip the egg whites to get that fluffy sponge cake. To the bowl of egg yolks, add oil, milk, and vanilla and give it a whisk. Sift in the cake flour and whisk until it's all combined. Now we're going to whip the egg whites to get that soft sponge cake. Gradually add your sugar in thirds once bubbles start to form. Now I'm going to speed up the process here, but pretty much you're going to whip until soft to medium peaks form. It should look something like this. Add a third of the egg whites into your yolk mixture and whisk until everything is even. Add in another third and gently cut and fold with a rubber spatula. Add in the rest of the egg whites and repeat with a spatula until everything is uniform and combined. Pour the mixture into an 8-inch cake pan lined with parchment paper. Smooth it out and then tap the pan to let the air bubbles out. Place it in a tray with hot water to prevent it from cracking in the oven. Bake it at 300 degrees for about 50 to 55 minutes. While the cake is in the oven, let's prep the cake assembly. I'm using 5 ripe mangoes, but you really only need 4. 1 extra in case you mess up on slicing a mango. First, peel the mangoes. Once it's all peeled, start by thinly slicing the mango for the outer decoration of the cake. I'm using a knife to carefully slice it, but you can also use a mandolin, which I'll show you in a second. Here's how it is if you use the mandolin. Unfortunately, my blade is only 1.5 millimeters thin, and I found that I made the mango slices break easily when I lifted it up for decoration later. I diced about 1.5 mangoes on the edges of the rest of the middle slices of the other mangoes for the filling. Once you have all the mango slices and mango filling, wrap it in plastic wrap and then leave in the fridge until needed. Once the cake is ready and cooled in the pan for 10 minutes, run the edges of the cake with an offset spatula. Flip the cake out of the pan and then remove the parchment paper. Now for the whipped cream, all you gotta do is add cream and sugar into the bowl and then whip it until it's thick. Once the cake is cooled, slice it into 3 equal rounds. You can just slice it in half too if you just want 2 layers. I'm using a Wilton cake leveler to do this. Place a cake board onto a decorating cake stand and add a tiny bit of whipped cream onto the cake board to prevent the base of the cake from sliding. Add a thin layer of whipped cream. Spread the diced mangoes on top until the layer is covered. Then add more cream to cover. Repeat the same process with the second layer. Add the last layer of cake and cover the cake with whipped cream, reserving some extra cream for decoration if you want. Don't worry about making the cream look perfect because we're going to cover it with mangoes anyways. As you can see, I'm overlapping each mango with another as I go around the cake until it's covered. For the last piece, gently lift the first piece of mango and then tuck it in so that all the mangoes are even. Now cover the rest of the surface of the cake nicely. And of course, during my filming day, some of my mangoes are more orange and some are more yellow. If this happens to you, don't worry, it's still going to look pretty. Now you can decorate the rest of the mango cake however way you want. I'm going to add some whipped cream and fruits. You can just keep it simple and decorate with strawberries and mangoes if you want a cake that looks like this. Otherwise, you can add more fruits. I'm going to add sliced kiwis and blueberries because that's what I have at home today. For the finishing touch, we're going to add apricot jam and a bit of water and then mix that together. This is optional, but it's going to give your cake that shiny finish. All you gotta do is brush it all over the fruits. If you want a cleaner look, pipe the edges of the base of the cake with whipped cream. Now if you're making it for someone's birthday or whatever, you can also add a chocolate plaque. All you gotta do is melt white chocolate and smooth it out onto a silicone mat and place it in the fridge to harden. Then cut out a rectangle. Melt some more milk chocolate and use a piping bag to write on the plaque. And then let that harden. Once it's all hardened, gently place it onto the cake and then you're finished. Now let me show you the inside of the cake. I like this 3-layer cake, but if you choose to do 2 layers, you'd have 2 thicker layers of sponge cake and then 1 layer of mango filling. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a like and hit the subscribe button. And if you make this cake, tag me on Instagram so I can see your beautiful cake.